With its serene beauty, strong sense of community, and lower than average cost of living, this is a place where your retirement savings stretch a little bit further without having to sacrifice quality of life. Welcome to this overlooked gem tucked away in the heart of Central Washington. Today, I am talking about Wenatchee, Washington. If you're thinking about where you're going to spend your retirement years, stay tuned. You won't want to miss this one. Wenatchee sits on the east side of the Cascade Mountains, where the sunshine dominates for 300 days a year. And that's not an exaggeration. While Seattle is getting soaked, Wenatchee is enjoying its high desert climate. This means cool, crisp winters and nice, dry and warm summers. While Seattleites are still wondering what sunscreen even looks like, you'll already be on your second round of iced tea. When you move to Wenatchee, Washington, you can leave your umbrella behind unless, of course, that's for shade on your patio. Wenatchee, Washington is just minutes away from hiking in the mountains to kayaking on the Columbia River or world-class ski resorts like Mission Ridge and Stevens Pass. This is for those retirees that love the outdoors or just wants a peaceful backdrop to everyday life. It's really hard to beat this location. As of 2025, the average home price in Wenatchee, Washington is $490,000, which is a solid 36% below Washington State's average, which hovers right around $765,000. Think of it this way: for what you would pay for a one-bedroom condo in Seattle, you are going to get a full house, a yard, a patio, and maybe even a fruit tree or two. If you've been priced out of a lot of the coastal cities like Seattle, Wenatchee offers a more affordable path to home ownership. Homes here will range anything from a 1950s bungalow in the downtown neighborhoods to newer builds with views of the rivers and surrounding mountains. A lot of builders in the area are keeping in mind our median age of 42.1 and are building attractive single-level homes with low maintenance yards and landscaping. It's pretty easy to find a Rambler with 3-car garage or RV parking. Retirement communities with low maintenance living options are also on the rise. Wenatchee's cost of living is 11.7 lower than Washington State's average, but slightly above the national average. Mainly, this is due to transportation and healthcare costs. But here is the sweet cherry on top. Washington State has no state income tax. That's right, no tax on your Social Security, your pensions, or your withdrawals from your retirement accounts. In other words, the government finally isn't trying to grab more out of your pie. Compare that to states like Oregon and California, where retirement incomes can get heavily taxed. In Washington State, what you earn in retirement is yours to keep. The utility bills in Chelan and Douglas County are about 19% lower than the national average, thanks to the sweet, sweet Columbia River hydropower. You'll barely notice your heating bill in the wintertime, though you will notice the extra cash for another round at the winery or the extra bucket of balls at the driving range. Wenatchee has the cheapest power in the country. To put this into perspective, I live in a 1,500 square foot home built in the 90s, and only once have I seen a power bill over $100. Speaking of the hydropower, the community here benefits in many ways from it. Because we were able to sell the power to other areas, our PUD pumps a lot of money back into the community. We see this in forms like the beautiful parks, the Apple Capitol Loop Trail, and the community gathering space like Pybus Market. All of this is made possible by our PUD. We are so fortunate to have some of these really nice amenities without having to pay for them. Groceries and basic goods are on par for the national average, and local farmers markets keeps the price of produce low during the summer months. Now, it is worth noting that transportation costs are about 43% higher than the national average, and this is largely because the public transportation is limited, and you likely need a car to get around anywhere. especially if you live anywhere outside the downtown core. The public transportation is free and does run all the way up to Lake Chelan and Leavenworth, but the routes and schedules are very limited. The area is quite spread out, and so you are going to find yourself putting more miles on your car. The nice thing is you will have some of the most beautiful scenery the country has to offer. Healthcare, too, is on the pricier side compared to the national average, according to some estimates. That might sound alarming, but it's important to know that Wenatchee is home to Confluence Health, a regional medical center that consistently ranks well for healthcare. Most retirees will tell you it's worth it to stay local and skip the big city hospitals with the parking fees you'll need a second mortgage for. So, what is life actually like for retirees in the Wenatchee area? Wenatchee offers a pace that is slower than a big city, but far from sleepy. The city is busy with activities from yoga to Tai Chi to book clubs to ballroom dancing. You'll find volunteer opportunities, outdoor excursions, and classes through the community college for senior enrichment programs. And thanks to the mild weather, it's easy to stay physically active, walking the Apple Capitol Loop Trail, gardening, joining a local hiking or biking club. Yes, you are officially in wine country. Wenatchee and the surrounding valleys are dotted with vineyards and tasting rooms that makes Napa look overpriced and overhyped. Whether you're into Merlot or just need an excuse to eat cheese in the middle of the day, we've got you covered. And for those golf lovers out there, Wenatchee is teed up for you. We have Highlander Golf Course, which overlooks the Columbia River. Just don't let those views mess up your short game. There's also Three Lakes Golf Course and Desert Canyon Golf Resort, all within driving distance, and no country club snobbery required. Still watching? Then you're probably already picturing yourself with a glass of wine in one hand and a golf club in the other. Hit the like button if retiring in Wenatchee is starting to sound like your vibe, because it only gets better from here. When you want a change of scenery, you can take a drive 45 minutes north to Lake Chelan, a sun-soaked town perfect for sipping wine and cruising the water, or just pretending you're in a luxury magazine. Need something more European? Then take a short trip to Leavenworth, Washington's own Bavarian-themed village. It's all the charm of the Alps without the flight delays. Lederhosen are optional. Wenatchee's calendar is packed year-round. There's the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival every spring, a celebration of local agriculture and parades. There's live music, a food fair, and in the summer, Pybus Public Market becomes a hub for fresh produce, handmade crafts, and live music. Fall brings crisp air and beautiful color changes along the Wenatchee River. Winter offers easy access to skiing and snowshoeing at our nearby ski resorts, Mission Ridge and Stevens Pass. Let's face it, retirement isn't just about slowing down. It's about choosing how you want to spend your time and money. Wenatchee gives you the space to breathe and a community to engage with, and a budget that stretches further than many other places in the Pacific Northwest. With no state income tax, reasonable real estate prices, and an active outdoorsy lifestyle, Wenatchee could be the retirement destination you didn't know you needed. If Wenatchee sounds like your kind of place, it might be time to take a visit. You can see firsthand what retirement could really look like here. I'm Amanda Dallman, your local Central Washington realtor, and I would love to help you find your home in Wenatchee, Washington. Please contact me by clicking on the link in the description of this video or the QR code on my homepage. Until next week.